My name is Roger, and this is one of our fitness coaches, Karen Flack. And this morning she's going to help me demonstrate some flexibility and strength exercises that you can do in the office during your day. So if you can't get out during the day, don't worry. We've got a couple little tricks here for you. So this morning we're going to start with some flexibility, and we're going to use a chair. This is our chair. You can use this as your desk chair, pretend it's your desk chair. And we're going to go through a couple of quick exercises for you. So Karen's going to have a sit down here, and we're going to do a little up and over stretch, and this is going to stretch your lateral side of your body. So Karen, you're going to take your arms above your head, and you're going to lean right over to the right. And if you're not feeling this stretch through here, take your left hand and grab your right wrist and pull a little bit more across. And what she's doing is she's opening the lateral side of her body down to the hip, right up into the armpit. It's a nice stretch to relieve some tension through the lats, your hip area. She's going to come over, she's going to do the opposite side as well. Hold these about 10 to 15 seconds. It's important you do that, and also breathe while you're doing this. A relaxed muscle is a happy muscle, and if you do the relaxation breathing, you'll stretch out nice. All right, come back up. Let's do a little twist. So this twist is a spinal twist. She's going to rotate to her right side. There you go. She's just going to grab the side of the chair. Again, we're just opening up the spine here. We're massaging the spinal area a little bit. Nice little twist. Hold it 10 to 15. She's going to rotate nice and slow. And if you feel this is a tension spot for you, or if this is a little tighter than anything else you've done so far in the morning, or you get up and this is nagging you, do it a couple of extra times. 2 or 3 times to each side. Hold it 10 to 15 seconds. And just breathe through it, and it'll help those muscles elongate. So next, while you're sitting at the chair at your desk, I know a lot of us get tense from taking phone calls, having to get reports done. So what we're going to do is Karen's going to come back to the center. We're going to do a little shoulder roll. So I want you to do about 6 to 8 of these backwards. Just open up nice and slow. Just increasing the range of motion through her shoulder joints, loosening those up, and then she's coming forward nice and easy. And she's breathing and relaxing while she's doing this. Beautiful. Notice her posture while she's doing it. She's very upright. She's braced her abs a little bit. So she's protecting her low back as well, and improving her posture at the same time. Now we're going to do a little arm across the body. So when you do across the body, she's going to come up and rotate across. What you're doing is you're opening the back of the shoulder up. Right from the spine, right out through the shoulder joint. Get a nice stretch through here. It's going to increase your range of motion through your arms, your reach. So if you're reaching out and all of a sudden you feel a pull back here, you're probably a little tense or a little tight there, so this is a great exercise for you. Just going to hold that 10 to 15 seconds on each side. Beautiful. And she can even get a little bit more twist in here to improve and increase the stretch from the posterior side of the shoulder here. Beautiful. All right, now, most of you are sitting at desks using typewriters, calculators, a mouse, which is one of those tools that really creates a lot of stress for the wrist joint. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to do a seated forearm stretch. Karen's going to take her arm, bend at the wrist. She's going to fold her thumb in. She's going to pull down. She's going to get a nice stretch across the top of the forearm. She's going to hold that, really increasing the flexibility and extension right here. Come right over. Yep, that's right to the other side. Then she's going to flip over. And she's going to lock the thumb into her palm, and she's going to do the same thing to the posterior side of the forearm. You've heard of tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. If you do these on a regular basis and are very religious about it, it'll help prevent that. Now, if this doesn't feel like you're getting a lot of stretch to it, and you need a little bit more, or this is where you feel a lot of your pain, we're going to take you to our wall. Now we're working on the posterior side, or the palmar side. Again, hold it 10 to 15 seconds. Just breathe until it relaxes. No rush. we're going to give you a little bonus tip. We're going to improve your range of motion from your fingertips right to your pectoral attachment. The way we're going to do that, Karen's going to take her hand, she's going to turn it so it's facing away from her. She's going to be parallel again, and then she's just going to gently turn away from the wall. And she might, if she's tight enough and has a chronic issue here, she'll probably feel this from her fingertips through the palm all the way up to the pectoral attachment. Again, hold this 10 to 15 seconds. A lot of folks, this is a very painful move, and they feel most of it in the palm of the hand and up into the forearm. Just breathe and relax with it, and know that you're doing something good for yourself. And you can relax that. We'll go to the other side, do the same thing. Fingers away from you. Notice where her fingers are. They're away from her body. This is the way you want it. And then she just gently turns away like somebody's calling her over her left shoulder or her right shoulder. And again, she's getting the stretch right through the palm, right through the forearm, into the pectoral attachment. It's a great opening exercise or stretch. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a leg crossover, which is going to target those deep hip muscles. So what Karen's going to do is she's crossing over. This might be all you need right here to feel it in the hip. You're going to feel it right through here in the ball. If you're tight there. If you're not tight, you can just simply lean forward and get a little bit more pressure into the hip joint. And again, it's very important you breathe through this one. A lot of folks are very tight from sitting all day. Lower body is one of those areas, if it's too tight, you're going to feel it in your back. So we want to open up the pelvic area. This is a great way to do it. It also targets the piriformis muscle, which is the one muscle that creates sciatic nerve when it's inflamed. So great stretch for you. If you have an issue with sciatica, this is a stretch you ought to be doing every day, several times a day. And keep in mind, the stretching routine we're going through right here, you can do it a couple of times a day. You get more benefit out of it. Or if you just need to release some tension, this is a great way to do it. And next we're going to go into a hamstring stretch. So Karen's going to show you a couple of different ways to do this. She's going to put the leg out. She's going to slide down. Now it's important that you keep your back nice and flat here, and we're going to show you that in just a moment. But if you can't get to the toe, keep your hands wherever you are, on the shin, on the knee. This is not about being perfect the first time you do it. It's about getting the benefit of the stretch. Now she's going to show you on the opposite leg exactly what this looks like when she keeps her back stretch, her back flat. Nice and flat here. She's looking straight down at the floor, so she's not stressing her neck. She's just breathing and relaxing. And you may feel a little bit in your back, and that's okay, because that tells me your hamstrings are tight. And when they're tight, they pull on the pelvis, and the pelvis pulls on the sacrum, and eventually it works its way up into the low back muscles. So don't be alarmed. Just breathe. And when she's done, she's going to come right up. And we're going to go into a low back stretch right from this. So you're going to turn back around. You're going to open your legs a little bit there, and you're just going to lean down. Now, if you can touch the floor, that's great. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just hang where you are. Again, she's feeling this right through her low back. If you're really tight and you've had chronic hamstring issues, you may feel this in your hamstring still. That's okay. Just breathe and repeat the exercise. And come up. Just remember that stretching relieves tension in the body, relieves soreness, improves your performance on daily functional motion, whether it's reaching down and picking up a pencil, or squatting down and picking up a box, or rotating left or right. This will improve your daily function. Alrighty? So, while we're here, we're going to teach you a couple of strength exercises that you can do in the same 10 to 15 minutes, taking no time at all, and you're benefiting your muscles and pumping some blood into you, and you're feeling a lot better because you're releasing endorphins from a little bit of exercise. So here we go. Karen's going to come right up, and we're going to do a squat, and we're going to show you some modifications. Now, if you're comfortable, don't have knee issues, you can do this, which is a basic squat. She's going to squat down from this position. She's going to tap the chair and come up. You're going to do about 10 to 12 of these. We call that a set. And you can do a couple of sets. You can build up to 3 sets, 10 to 15. And the way I would suggest doing this little strength routine is go through all the exercises once. We'll call that a hurricane. Come back, take a minute rest, do it a second time. All right, she's done the squat, so we're going to show you the modification. That was if you're comfortable with the squat, you got your technique down. The technique is basically make sure you keep your heels on the floor and drop back into your butt. So she's giving you a modification by holding on to your desk chair or your desk, it doesn't matter. And she's nice and slow, she's being very deliberate, getting 10 to 15 again. Just breathe normally, don't be holding your breath. Squat's a big power move. This is one that everybody needs because you get all of your power from movement from here and here. So you want that. You really want to do that. So now we're going to go into a chair lunge. Again, we're going to give you some modifications. A couple ways to do it. Karen's going to show you. She's going to hang on to the chair there just with one hand. And she's going to do a stationary lunge to begin with. So stationary, you're going to put the leg behind you. And she's going to drop down into the lunge. Now, a couple of important things. Don't bang your knee off of the ground, and make sure your knee is behind your toe. Heart rate may already be up, but this will definitely increase your heart rate, which is good. And really pump the blood through your muscles. Those endorphins are going to start to release. Your body temperature might go up a little bit. That's all okay. You're getting some great benefits. All right, so we're going to start against the wall here, and we're just going to do a couple of nice, easy push-ups. We're going to do about 10. Now, Karen's just arm's length away from the wall. She's just bending the elbows and pressing out when she comes in. Nice, easy in and press out. What you're working is the pectoral muscles right here. You're working some bicep. You're getting a little tricep in there. You also notice that when she comes in, her shoulder blades come in. So she's actually opening and closing here. So she's massaging those upper back muscles. It kind of feels nice. Now, if that gets to be too easy, then you can just step away a little bit more. You can do a split stance, or you can go away from it with both feet back. And again, she's just straight out, parallel to the floor, and pressing in. Now, you're going to get a little bit more tricep work into this than in the other. Again, breathe. She's got herself braced very nicely, so you don't see any sway in her back to her hips. You don't want this to drop in so that you look like this. You want this to be nice and tight. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's move to the more difficult. We're going to go back to our chair, and we'll show you one more way to do it. Now you can go to the chair. We're going to do a little push-up off the chair. So this will be the step 3 in your progression. Again, she's got herself braced very nicely. You don't see any sway here in the back. She's protecting her back by pulling in those abs. Very nice, very nice. So we're going to be working our triceps, which are the back of the arms here. So Karen's going to do a progression. We're going to go from the wall back to the chair again. Notice that her hands are put together so she's formed a little heart. And by doing that, that means her elbows are going to be forced to come out to the side. So go ahead and try that, Karen. Notice that she's got a split stance for those who haven't done much upper body strengthening exercises. She's feeling this all along here. And she's getting a little bit of a pec stretch when she goes in. And you are still working the pecs, but you're getting more of the pressures into the triceps. Now, make it a little bit harder. She's walking out, both feet together, hands still together. Again, she's nicely braced. She's just breathing right now. Just go to our website, www.therapeuticfitnessnj.com. Click on the box, sign in, get yourself signed up for a newsletter we send out once a month. We don't bother you too much with that. It's an educational tool. And take a look through our website, click on. There's some more tips about flexibility and stretching and strength work as well. So have a great day and make it a great one.